Well, let's get the show on the road. What do you think? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a man that has worked countless hours on this project to bring us to where we stand today. The chancellor at the University of Missouri. Please welcome Dr. Brady Deaton.
Wow. This is a great crowd and a group that's obviously proud to be Tigers. Thank you. And it really is such an exciting moment in the history of this university, and as Mike said, it truly is a historic moment. We clearly don't do this every year. We're a Jeffersonian university who call for a change, as you know, about every 20 years. We've decided it'll be a little more than 100 for us. But we think it's appropriate, timely, and we're headed in the right direction. So it's really exciting for me to be able to announce that we will become members of the Southeastern Conference in July 1 of 2012. And I know it's not news to you because I've received your thousands of emails as you have patiently waited, as you appropriately gave us the kind of flexibility and leeway for making a sound decision for the University of Missouri and its future. So thank you, all of you, who have lent your voices to this process. We truly are here only because of the kind of support that you have given the University of Missouri, and that means so much to all that we are doing. It's great to be here today with a number of people who have labored so hard for where we are. I have to mention and thank our Board of Curators, and representing them today is Curator Don Downing. Don, please stand and let us give you applause. The Board of Curators had faith in the university. They had faith in you. They had faith in those of us who are charged with administering the university. And Don, I thank you. And you've got a team around you here who've done so much to bring this to fruition today. With us today also is our president of the University of Missouri System, Steve Owens. Steve. Let me also, and Phil Hoskins, our legal counsel, two individuals. Phil, thank you for all you've done. And if you don't know, this team, along with our Director of Athletics, Mike Alden, have been a foursome that have labored hard for several weeks over this process. Mike, you'll be introduced, I know, in a moment. But let me just commend you and the Department of Athletics staff for all the incredible, wonderful work and support that you have given us. So thank you for this teamwork and for giving us the opportunity to take this very exciting step, a new beginning, really, for Missouri athletics and for the University of Missouri. And this is an opportunity to fulfill the expectations and the promise and the potential of the University of Missouri and its athletic program in a way that we have not had the opportunity in the past to do. You know, the University of Missouri is here taking a bold new historical step because it fits with the tradition of our university. We, since 1839, have been a frontier university. Some of you have heard me say that many times. It's very important. We were that first university west of the Mississippi River, setting the pace for our nation as it developed. Now we are taking a step with one of the fastest growing regions of the country and one of the most promising, illustrious athletic conferences in our country today, the Southeastern Conference. And we're very proud to be where we are. Thank you. The University of Missouri and the Southeastern Conference are joined in a commitment to excellence on the athletic field and the playing field and in the classroom with our student athletes, with the faculty and staff who are committed to path-breaking roles in expanding what higher education is doing today. We're also committed to our state, to promoting economic development and job creation through research and scholarship that can make all the difference in the lives of our communities. We're going to be joined together in doing that. We're going to be learning about each other's culture, which we feel so much in common, and so much in common with the social and economic dimensions of our state and the southeastern region as we seek to break new ground in athletics and as universities working together. We're not abandoning our past at all. In fact, we're expanding upon it, and we're fulfilling that historical frontier tradition that has marked the University of Missouri from its very beginning. And we're building a new future, one that we can be very proud of and that we're here to celebrate today with a spirit of inclusivity as we explore each other's cultures and diversity of people and social and economic relationships that is so important to why you're here studying at the University of Missouri, those of you who are students, joined with our faculty, with our staff, with the directors of our programs, and certainly with our coaching staff and student athletes in our athletic program. As many of you know, Mike Alden and I have been committed to joining the best of Missouri athletics with the best of our athletic programs from the very beginning when we began working together. This is a major step toward exploring a future that yields new promise for us as we take these very important steps in building the future of our university. And it's been a thoughtful and deliberative process that has got us to this point. And through the thousands of emails that I have heard from you, your voice has been heard on these issues. And your common theme in all of your communications has been, first of all, a faith that we would do what was best for the university, and your admonition to do what is best for the University of Missouri. And we're here to celebrate that very momentous historical step of what truly is best for the University of Missouri. So thank you very much for all you have done to make this possible. I have the wonderful opportunity today to introduce a dear colleague who is here from the Southeastern Conference, in fact, is chair of the board of the Southeastern Conference, a president of the University of Florida, Dr. Bernie Machen, who is a native of St. Louis, Missouri, so in many ways he's coming home today. And we welcome you back, Bernie and Chris, who are here with us. Dr. Machen has been president of the University of Florida since 2004. He had tremendous experience prior to that, 6 years as president of the University of Utah. He's been a national leader with the Association of American Universities, a very distinguished group that we're very pleased to be working with him at the national level. In his role at the University of Florida, he's seen significant growth in research and growth in access to one of the nation's great research land-grant universities. We have that in common as universities, and we're going to find new ways of partnering as we look to the future athletically in this great Southeastern Conference. So, President Machen, I welcome you to the lectern, and let me also point out that he has just been recognized as a distinguished alum of Webster Groves School in St. Louis, Missouri. Bernie, welcome home, and welcome to the University of Missouri.
Hello, Mizzou. I grew up a Mizzou fan. I'm still a Mizzou fan. And other than when you play the Gators, I'll always be a Mizzou fan. I promise. My wife grew up in St. Louis as well. Kirkwood, University City in Kirkwood, and graduated from Ursuline Academy. So we feel like we really are coming home here, folks. So it's great to be here and be with all of you. My opportunity to be here is as president of the presidents and chancellors of the SEC. And I can tell you that we're so excited to have you in the Southeastern Conference. It's going to be a great relationship. We can't wait. It looks like we might be playing you guys next year. I don't know whether it's here or there, but I think it's going to be a great, great competition that we start next year. your university and most of the ones in the SEC are both our land grants. We're committed to our states and our regions. There's a lot of similarities that cuts across more than the athletics program, but I can tell you for sure the one thing that we all have in common is we all want to win. We all want to be the best, and I know you do, and so when we get together, it's to determine who's the best on that day, but we're all going to be SEC members. You'll be a fully functioning SEC member the day you open up your season next year. You can win the SEC next year in any one of the 20 sports that you compete in. We believe in full integration from day one. So welcome to the SEC.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a man who has been the Director of Athletics here at the University of Missouri since 1998. And under his watch, many, many great things have happened for the Tigers, both on the field, in the classroom, and certainly with facilities. Will you please welcome my friend, Mr. Michael Alden.
How we doing out there? M-I-Z. 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 Wow, you guys are fired up. That sounded pretty good out there. How about it, Tigerland? You all doing pretty good today? It's great to see you. Thank you so much to everyone for being in attendance today. We're so excited for all of us to be together on this historic day in the history of the University of Missouri. And for me to have an opportunity to come up and say a few things to you, I greatly appreciate that from my boss, Brady, and for all of our leadership that we have here at Mizzou. Brady recognized our Board of Curators and Steve Owens and Phil Hoskins, and I will tell you, our Chancellor staff and our head of our Faculty Council and our Dean's Council, we have great leadership here at the University of Missouri. Folks that are truly progressive, truly committed to doing what we need done here as the great land-grant institution of the state of Missouri, academically, research-wise, certainly from a student experience standpoint, and obviously in athletics. And our hats off to all of them for their leadership and their support in this great effort. We would not be here if not for great coaches and great student athletes that we have at the University of Missouri, and I think all of us know that. For all of those that came before us, many of those that were here many years ago, that are alums today that perhaps have passed on, that certainly are made at other locations, for all those student athletes that we have here today with us, and all of our great coaches that we have here, and many of them are here with us as well today too, we say thank you. And for those yet to come, we say certainly thank you in the future for what's going to be a tremendous relationship with the Southeastern Conference. In particular, I want to bring our attention as well to our fan base. Tiger Nation, Zoo Crew, Tiger's Lair, SAB, all these great associations that we have here with the University of Missouri. We have a great fan base throughout the entire state of Missouri. We have great alums, and we have great friends of our institution. And for all of us, certainly we have made a statement nationally as to what our expectations are for a program that's based on academic integrity, for a program that's based on social responsibility, and certainly a program based on competitive excellence. This is what we have exemplified, we believe. This is what we absolutely believe in, and this is what is demanded from our fans and our friends and our alums and our students, and we thank you for those expectations. I was so pleased when the leadership of the SEC arrived today and had a chance to say hello to some of our folks up here. In particular, I was also most pleased that the leadership of our students from MSA and GPC had a chance to be able to say hello. Some of the first people that the leadership of the SEC had a chance to meet were representatives of the 33,000 plus students that we have here at the University of Missouri. It was an honor for us to be able to be introduced to our student leadership that represent so many people here in the room. And finally, let me say this as far as the thanks to many people. Let me tell you guys all everything you know. Our CEO on this campus, Brady Deaton, and his lovely wife Ann, their family, their beliefs, and what goes on in the fabric of this institution, and carrying that forward every day. it is unbelievable to have a person in that role that believes so wholeheartedly in the academic mission of this institution, the research mission of this institution, and the athletic mission. And I would ask all of you one more time to please give Dr. Brady Deaton one more big round of applause for his great job. You know, we've talked many times about the analogy of the front porch theory. We all know about that, and that is that we see athletics as being one component of this great institution. We're certainly not the most important thing by any stretch of the imagination. What we do as far as education, what we do in research, what we do in those experiences for our students on our campus, for the great people of the state of Missouri and throughout the country, that's what the most important thing is. We just happen to be like the front porch. We're very visible. We have an opportunity through this window called intercollegiate athletics to be able to showcase these great assets and attributes we have as an institution and as a state. And we take that very strongly as our responsibility to reflect that through those core values of our institution. Right here in front of you, respect, responsibility, discovery, and excellence. Those are the values that we hold so true to us as an institution. The very first athletic competition that took place at the University of Missouri was in 1890. It was a football game. I don't even remember what the score was, but it was a football game in 1890, the very first athletic competition that took place here. And I want to fast forward to you 120 years from that date to today to suggest there's been an awful lot of work that's taken place over the course of those last 121 years to get us to a position right now where we have an opportunity to be able to join forces with the strongest athletic conference in this country in the SEC. Now, that would never have been possible without all those years of opportunities, all those years of successes, the failures that go along with that as well, too, those challenges. It would never have been possible if we wouldn't have had the opportunity over the last 15 years to be associated with our friends in the Big 12 Conference. And those friends and colleagues that we work together to be able to improve each other institutionally and collectively, we are in appreciation of that association, and we certainly wish them nothing but the best. But as we move forward, thank you. I think a round of applause for our colleagues is absolutely important. But now as we move forward and we step to the next moment in our history, we have an opportunity that has been given to us to be able to join the SEC and to be part of that. And with that future, as we step forward today and going forward for many, many years to come, we have to recognize this. We're known as the Show Me State. That's what people talk about with Missouri, the Show Me State. Well, you know what? For all of us, it's time for us to step up and show other people who we are. It's important for us to be able to step out and show who we are as far as compassionate, hardworking, playing tough, doing it the right way, welcoming people to our institution, to our contests, and making sure that we show the welcoming spirit that all of us believe in the state of Missouri to all of our friends in the Southeast Conference as well, too. And this is our opportunity to do that, to step up, to support our program and our institution unlike any time we've ever been able to do so in the history of Tiger athletics. So that leadership that we see in the SEC is exemplified through lots of things. And you're seeing great success academically in the SEC. You see great success collaboratively. You see great success with people doing things together as a team. You see great success, obviously, athletically in what goes on at the SEC. And all of that stems from the leader that they have there, a visionary leader. Now, Mike Slive has been the leader of the SEC for over a decade. He has seen unprecedented growth, not only in the structure and what takes place in the Southeastern Conference, but also nationally. He's a visionary leader and someone that has an opportunity and has done so and shapes college athletics in a national way in such a positive format and with such a positive footprint. And it's so great for us to be able to be associated with the SEC and a tremendous leader. And I want you all to please welcome the commissioner of the SEC, Mr. Mike Slive.
Good evening. Are you there? Good evening. Thank you. Michael, thank you for that very, very warm and gracious introduction. And thank you all for this very warm, gracious, and generous Missouri welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased and we are proud to welcome you to the family of the Southeastern Conference. And we know that homecoming is a special tradition here at Missouri. So let me say to the entire Missouri nation, welcome to your new home. And on behalf of our presidents and chancellors, I want to express our appreciation to Governor Jay Nixon, the Board of Curators, Chancellor Brady Deaton, very special man, President Steve Owens, Council Phil Hoskins, and of course, my dear friend, Director of Athletics, Mike Alden. Ladies and gentlemen, without the work and the teamwork of your Missouri team, this great day would never have happened. We are proud to welcome this great university, founded in 1839, the first public institution west of the Mississippi River, and the first university in Thomas Jefferson's Louisiana Purchase territory. By any measure, the University of Missouri is one of the nation's outstanding institutions. It is one of only 61 institutions in the prestigious American Association of Universities, joining Florida, Texas A&M, and Vanderbilt in the SEC, and is only one of 5 schools in the nation with a law, medical, and veterinary school and a research reactor on campus. Like your new sister institutions in the SEC, Mizzou takes great pride in its athletic tradition, where 500 student athletes currently compete for national championships at the highest level in 20 sports. Your men's basketball team has made it to the NCAA tournament 3 straight seasons and 24 times overall. The Tiger football team has been to postseason bowl games for 6 of the last 7 years and 28 times overall. The softball teams have participated in each of the last 3 seasons in the College World Series, and you have won Big 12 championships in basketball, soccer, and softball. As Mike alluded to a minute ago, these recent successes have been made possible by Tiger Hall of Fame legends like coaches Don Farrow, Dan Devine, and Norm Stewart, and by great student athletes like Kellen Winslow and Nora Stevenson, and too many others to mention. Mizzou emphasizes the student in student athlete. Mizzou Athletics had a record performance in 2010-11 with an 80% graduation success rate and with nearly 60% of your student athletes earning a 3.0 grade point or better. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a record to be very proud of. And Missouri's traditions, like the Memorial Union Whisper Walk and Hat Tip for Fallen Soldiers, speak to the character of the university. Now then, of course, we look forward to visiting 9th Street, eating pizza at Shakespeare's, and playing a little pool at Booch's. You're going to have to show me from where all that is, but we're going to find it. We're going to find it. So in closing, from Kansas City to St. Louis, from Kennett to St. Joe, from Hannibal to Joplin, and to our friends here in Columbia, on behalf of Dr. Machen, all of our presidents and chancellors, our administrators, our coaches, our students, and our fans, we officially welcome you and the nearly 300,000 Missouri students and alumni into the SEC family. We're delighted. Now, in preparing to come, I had to ask Mike the one question that all of us who aren't from here have to ask. How do you pronounce Missouri? Okay, so I know you pronounce it Missouri, and I know you pronounce it Missouri, and all Tiger fans say M-I-Z. All right.
At this time, I'd like Dr. Deaton and also Commissioner Slive to come back up to the stage for a special exchange. You get the picture.
Don't go.
All right.
I have in my hand here a white helmet, and it says SEC on it. So, Dr. Deaton, I hope you enjoy this.
I'll wear it with pride. Congratulations, and we're glad to give you the black and gold as we join the SEC.